Here, this map is gonna be your guide to North Shore.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 teen movies of the 2000s.
I'm wanted, I'm hot, I'm everything you're not. I'm pretty, I'm cool, I dominate this school.
Because you're like the coolest person I've ever met, and you don't even have to try, you know?
I try really hard, actually.
Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know.
For this list, we'll be looking at all the teen flicks that best fill our nostalgia quota for the aughts. If we missed any of your favorite 2000s flicks, let us know in the comments below. Number 20, I Love You, Beth Cooper. Nothing says great teen movie like a party after graduation. In 2009's I Love You, Beth Cooper, nerdy Dennis Cooverman confesses he has a crush on cheerleader Beth Cooper during his valedictorian speech.
We never spoke, but now I say it with no regrets. I love you, Beth Cooper.
What follows next is a night of drinking, sex, and good old-fashioned debauchery.
Do you know how many laws you just broke? Grand theft auto, criminal destruction of property, assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery, leaving the scene of an accident, speeding, and now failure to stop.
While the movie definitely follows pretty much all of your classic teen comedy tropes, and isn't the most original of films, the chemistry between Hayden Panettiere as Beth and Paul Rust as Dennis makes up for most of the movie's sins.
Thank you for loving me.
What's not to love?
We love you, Beth Cooper. Number 19, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Lindsay Lohan, a killer soundtrack, and Megan Fox's theatrical film acting debut. What's not to love about Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen?
In my heart, I feel that a legend is about to be born. That legend would be me.
When Lola is forced to move from NYC to New Jersey, she thinks her dreams of being on the Broadway stage are over. But in typical dramatic teenage fashion, she takes her new school by storm.
That girl was a wild child dreamer, but she'll find herself, 'cause she believes in nothing else.
This movie came out the same year Lohan starred in Mean Girls and was probably a bit overshadowed by that, but she plays the impassioned Lola with all the assuredness of the movie star she was.
Acting is my chosen career. I mean, I intend to be in theater. I don't want anyone remembering me as doing a substandard audition.
Add a super young Megan Fox honing her Mean Girl chops, and you've got yourself a perfect teen movie. Number 18, John Tucker Must Die. Several teen girls team together to ruin the life of the guy who cheated on them.
What we need is one major hit that's gonna crush his whole macho thing, you know? We need him to understand what it feels like to be us.
Sounds like the perfect feminist romp, right? While feminism has definitely progressed since John Tucker Must Die came out, this 2006 teen comedy still has a lot of bright spots, including its cast, its soundtrack, and the chemistry between its four leading ladies.
Look, I know what you're thinking. I'm not as pretty as Heather. I'm not that smart. I'm not that experienced.
It's true. But you have us.
Ashanti, Sophia Bush, Ariel Kebble, and Brittany Snow take teenage scheming to a new level, forcing the titular John Tucker to scale buildings in a thong, using his photos in STD campaigns, and more.
It'll be like prime time Tucker. Hasta la vista, mother.
Number 17, Save the Last Dance. The late 90s, early 2000s wouldn't have been what they were without the musical dance stylings of Julia Stiles. See 10 Things I Hate About You for proof. But in Save the Last Dance, she took it to the next level.
Steps ain't no square dance.
That's alright, I dance in circles, probably around you.
Stiles plays the Caucasian Sarah, who transfers to a high school where the majority of the students are black, after her mother dies and she has to move in with her father. At her new school, the aspiring ballet dancer meets Derek, who helps her incorporate hip-hop into her dances.
You're almost there.
Yeah, you got that.
Save the Last Dance has a plethora of stars before they were stars. Yes, that is a young Kerry Washington, and deals with important topics such as race and class.
And here you come white, so you gotta be right. And you take one of the few decent men we have left after jail, drugs, and drive-by. That is what Nikki meant about you up in our world.
There's only one world, Chanel.
That is what they teach you. We know different.
It's a great teen movie all around. Number 16, Aquamarine. It would be hard to explain to a teenager today the absolute excitement we all felt about Emma Roberts, Sarah Paxton, and JoJo starring in a movie about mermaids, but the hype was real. Aquamarine is a little talked about but severely underrated teen movie.
We've been way too available. We need to be more coy.
We're so coy, he barely knows we exist.
Paxton plays a mermaid named Aquamarine who runs, or rather swims, away from home, determined to convince her family that true love exists so that she doesn't have to marry a stranger. She enlists the help of her best friends Claire and Haley, and the teens get to work.
Come and play with your hair. Just gonna twirl it. Arch your back. Okay. Pucker your lips and flip your hair. Flip it. Yeah, flip it.
Using advice from teen magazines, and what a 2000s time capsule that is, the girls get to work. But along the way, they find out that friendship is the real true love.
I know that there's a reason why everybody wants it so much. And what's that? It's the closest thing we have to magic.
Number 15, Jennifer's Body. During the Transformers years, Megan Fox was unfairly maligned by Hollywood as a sex symbol with no talent. But fans of Jennifer's Body know better.
She can fly.
She's just hovering. It's not that impressive. God, do you have to undermine everything that I do? You are such a player hater.
In this deliciously fun and gory horror film, Fox plays Jennifer, the victim of a virgin sacrifice gone wrong, who ends up possessed by a demon who makes her kill all the boys in school.
We're gonna see your buddy really soon.
What, you mean like in heaven someday?
No.
In addition to showing us just how capable Fox could be in a horror movie, this movie brought incredible commentary on sexual violence and female sexuality, giving teen girls a revenge fantasy horror they could love and latch onto. Despite initial poor reviews, so many of them from men who just didn't get it, this one has since become a classic.
I am a god. Okay.
Number 14, Juno.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
This is just one of the plethora of hilarious one-liners Juno gave us when it hit theaters in 2007. But this indie comedy drama gave us so much more than an excess of weird sayings we could quote back and forth with our friends.
What? Honest blog? Yeah.
Juno is the story of a teen girl, named Juno, who finds out she's pregnant and decides to give the baby up for adoption.
I mean, I'm in high school. Dude, I'm ill-equipped.
For how funny the movie is, it's also got a ton of heart and lovely performances from so many of our favorite actors. Elliot Page, J.K. Simmons, Allison Janney, Jennifer Garner, Michael Cera, and so many others are just excellent in the film.
You're like naturally smart. You're not like everyone else.
Number 13, Step Up.
You wanna lift me? Are you kidding?
In this dance flick, Tyler has to do community service at the Maryland School of the Arts. He meets aspiring ballerina Nora, who needs a dance partner for her big audition. The competition is fierce, so she'll need to stand out. After some hesitation, she picks Tyler, incorporating his breakdancing into her routine. Even though the pair soon fall for each other, their personal and professional struggles put their act in jeopardy. When the street finally meets the stage, however, Tyler and Nora bring down the house. Multiple sequels and over a decade later, the original still makes all the right moves. Number 12, Superbad. There was absolutely no way the film that gave us McLovin wouldn't be on this list.
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Superbad took the 2000s by storm, following the exploits of two teenage boys who just want to party and lose their virginities before finishing high school. Starring the likes of Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, and even Emma Stone, the comedic chemistry between the entire cast and the hilariously stupid dialogue was perfect fodder for a beloved teen comedy.
I love you. It's like, why don't we say that every day? Why can't we say it more often?
I just love you. I just want to go to the rooftops and scream, I love my best friend Evan.
But while Superbad has plenty of vulgarity and plenty of crassness, what holds it together in the end is its heart and its care for the enduring power of friendship. And McLovin, of course.
How old are you, McLovin?
Old enough.
Old enough for what?
It's a party.
Number 11, A Cinderella Story. In 2004, you couldn't do much better than Hilary Duff or Chad Michael Murray, and A Cinderella Story just happened to get them both.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I'll let you know.
Hilary Duff plays Sam, an unpopular tomboy who's been flirting with an anonymous internet pen pal. Unbeknownst to Sam, her pen pal is Austin, the most popular guy in school, played by none other than Chad Michael Murray.
So I guess you're expecting some guy who hangs out at Starbucks and writes poetry.
Something like that.
The movie presents the classic Cinderella narrative in a modern high school setting, complete, of course, with an evil stepmom, mean stepsisters, and a ball-turned-high school dance. The film didn't exactly receive glowing reviews when it came out, but it's since turned into a fave of early 2000s teens.
They won the game!
Oh my. You gotta love high school.
Number 10, She's the Man. Bros, brothers, brethren, it's time to talk about She's the Man. In 2006, Amanda Bynes was a comedy queen, and this Shakespeare adaptation shows that off to great effect.
Wait, are those real?
Oh yeah, I'm growing sideburns now. No.
In She's the Man, Bynes plays Viola, a teenage girl who masquerades as her brother at a new school so she can play on the boys' soccer team. This sports rom-com has everything you're looking for from a perfect teen movie.
Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Between confusion over who has a crush on who and Viola's desperate attempts to keep her real identity a secret, the movie unfolds into a side-splitting romp. Add in a young Channing Tatum and you've got the perfect film.
See?
See what?
We're flowing.
We're talking about cheese.
So what? Flow is flow.
Number 9, High School Musical.
I can't do it, Troy.
In this first installment of this Disney franchise, we meet basketball player Troy and smart kid Gabriella. They may be from two different cliques, but they bond over their love of singing and the chance to star in the High School Musical. It won't be as simple as auditioning, though. Prima donna Sharpay will do anything to get the lead, and Troy and Gabriella have championships coming up. Torn between sports, school, and song, Troy and Gabriella break free from peer pressure and follow their true passion, motivating their classmates to do the same. In the end, they're all in this together.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that.
Number 8, 13 Going on 30.
I hate you! I hate me! I hate everybody!
In 1987, the sweet and impressionable Jenna Rink just wants to be popular. After Queen Bee Lucy Tom Tom Wyman humiliates Jenna at her 13th birthday party, she wishes to be 30, flirty, and thriving. To her surprise, Jenna wakes up in 2004 as a 30-year-old magazine editor.
Mom? Dad?
She slowly adjusts to her new life, but learns that all that glitters is not gold. She's distanced herself from her parents and Maddie, her former best friend, and replaced them with Lucy, who's as awful as ever.
Okay, you can wipe off the doe-eyed Bambi watching her mother get shot and strapped to the back of a van look from your face.
As grown-up Jenna's life falls apart, her teen self takes responsibility for her future self's actions, and finally realizes what truly matters the most.
Wow, you really know what you're doing.
Number 7, Freaky Friday.
I'm sorry that I'm the one thing in your life that isn't perfect. Perfect? You think my life is perfect?
Anna and her mom Tess don't often see eye to eye. Anna isn't ready for Tess to remarry, and Tess doesn't approve of Anna's band or her crush. All this changes when mom and daughter experience a reversal of fortune at a Chinese restaurant.
A journey soon begins, its prize reflected in another's eyes.
After eating enchanted fortune cookies, Anna and Tess switch bodies. While under the spell, the two live in each other's shoes, learning a lot about themselves and each other in the process. It's that newfound appreciation and their mother-daughter bond that help to break the spell, and what makes this teen flick both funny and heartwarming. Number 6. Twilight.
I've never wanted a human's blood so much in my life.
In the first movie of the supernatural romance saga, teen girl Bella Swan moves to the town of Forks, Washington. She meets the mysterious Edward Cullen, who ends up saving her life, but hesitates to be friends with her. The reason? He's actually a 108-year-old vampire.
Say it.
Even though the Cullens don't want to harm Bella, the cruel vampire James and his coven are on her trail. Now a couple, Edward will risk life and limb to protect his new love, while Bella's life will change forever. Spawning 4 sequels, this movie is one to sink your teeth into.
I don't have the strength to stay away from you anymore.
Then don't.
Number 5. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
How can they be perfect on you too?
Carmen, Bridget, Tibby, and Lena are lifelong best friends. This summer is the first time they'll be apart, so they decide to keep in touch in a unique way. While out shopping, the girls find a pair of jeans that fits them all perfectly, despite their different body types. Each friend wears the jeans for a few weeks and then sends them on to the next one. Their time apart is full of challenges and heartbreak, and they'll need each other's support more than ever.
You have us. I'm not gonna let you go anywhere, okay?
Through the power of friendship and the magic of the traveling pants, these friends are as close as can be, even when they're miles away.
To the pants and the sisterhood.
Number 4. A Walk to Remember.
From the lighthouse, moonshine.
In this romantic drama, Landon Carter falls head over heels for the minister's daughter, Jamie Sullivan. He's a rebellious teen and she keeps to herself, but the two start dating. Jamie soon comes out of her shell only to reveal a devastating secret. She has terminal leukemia.
I'm sick. I have leukemia.
Knowing their time together is limited, Landon helps Jamie fulfill her bucket list. After an out-of-this-world proposal, the two get married, but she sadly passes away a few months later. While this flick is an undeniable tearjerker, it also shows us that love transcends our lives here on Earth.
To honor and to cherish her all the days of my life.
Of my life.
Number 3. The Princess Diaries.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
Geeky teen Mia Thermopolis is an ordinary girl in high school, except she's a princess. As next in line to the fictional Genovian throne, the modest Mia gets a glamorous makeover, and suddenly finds herself in the tabloids. Her newfound popularity proves to be a royal pain, however, and a series of embarrassing events makes her want to give up the throne altogether.
Give her a smooch. Give her a big sloppy one.
But with her family and friends by her side, Mia comes to accept herself for who she is. Whether she's wearing a bucket hat or a tiara, this princess is noble in more ways than one.
Amelia Mionette Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia.
Number 2. Bring It On.
Courtney, this is not a democracy, it's a cheerocracy.
Torrance Shipman is the Toro's new head cheerleader. After her teammate gets hurt, she finds a replacement in Missy Pantone, the new girl in school who's also a gifted gymnast. They learn that the Toro's former leader, Big Red, stole their current routine from the Clovers, a talented rival squad. Torrance has to invent a brand new routine in time for the regional championships.
I define best as competing against the best there is out there and beating them.
At the same time, she becomes best friends with Missy while falling for her twin brother Cliff. With the Toro's reputation on the line, Torrance motivates them to bring their A game. Big Red puts the itch in bitch, but Torrance puts the leader in cheerleader.
I'll bring it. Don't worry.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Crossroads. Britney Spears makes her feature film debut in this road drama about teenage friendship.
I have seen one, y'all. Yeah, but have you touched one?
Eurotrip. The teens take Europe by storm in a quest to meet a German pen pal.
Oh! Scusi.
Saved. God help us, this is a great teen movie.
You don't know the first thing about love. I am filled with Christ's love.
Angus thongs and perfect snogging. We're here for the way Robbie says Georgia.
I still like you, Georgia. Even though you are mad.
No, you don't.
Not another teen movie. The perfect teen spoof.
She's got glasses and a ponytail. Oh, look at that. She's got paint on her overalls. What is that, guys? There's no way she could be prom queen.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Mean Girls.
So you've actually never been to a real school before? Shut up. Shut up!
New girl in school Katie Heron just moved from Africa and finds her first friends in social outcasts Janice and Damien. With their help, she infiltrates the Plastics and eventually ousts Queen Bee Regina George. Now a queen bee herself, Katie learns that it's lonely at the top.
You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
She alienates Janice and Damien, and a rumor involving her and Regina ruins her reputation. Starting from scratch, Katie comes back down to earth and atones for her past wrongs. While Mean Girls shows us the consequences of social hierarchies, it's also full of laughs and is endlessly quotable. This movie isn't just an iconic teen comedy. It is so fetch.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.